All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today, our topic is very simple and need some listening. You know, always we hear, even in our churches, that Muhammad is descendant from Ishmael. The reason for this ignorance, there was a book written a long time ago, and that book claimed that the Arab are descendant from Ishmael. This is not biblical, it's not from the Bible. This is from one person who created this lie, and then the rest are just copy and paste. Copy and paste tradition is very well known, and sadly, we as a Christians, we are the same as the Muslims. We copy paste too. I'm wondering how many of us, when a priest he say that the Arab are descendant from Ishmael, how many of us ask him, where do you get this from? What is exactly the reference for this? Is that a biblical thing? This is all goes to the 10th century when one person he wrote a book and then the rest just carry on. However, the word Arab, it is not even a name of a nation. When we say Arab, we mean people who live in the desert. The word Arab is coming from the Aramaic language. Aram is a person who live in hills, in the top of mountains. So the Aramaic are people of mountains. The Arab are people of the desert. You see, in the old days, the names have a reason. And today it should not be a different. I mean, we give names to identify objects or even a person. So when we say someone is an American, well, American whoever carries citizenship of America, but doesn't mean that American is really an American, which means he is really from America. As an example, me myself, I'm not born in America. I am an immigrant, but yet I have an American passport. So who live in America, they call him American. If he is a citizen, he have the rights of a citizen, they call him American. But in fact, not everyone who live in America is an American. Whoever live in the desert, they call him Arab. It doesn't matter who is he. It doesn't matter even what language he speak. And then we go to what is called Arabic. Arabic is not a language by itself. Arabic is born of many languages. Or what we call Arabic language is a collection of Ethiopian words, Aramaic words, Hebrew words, and Persian words, etc. And those many languages then merged together, and then they made a new language. But the fact it is not really new. It's just using the old, and as everywhere, the local they have their own dialect. If you notice, when Muhammad he was speaking about Allah sending him the Quran, and Muhammad, in order to cover himself, he cannot recite the old verse twice correctly. So he come with this new lie saying that Allah he sent him the Quran in 7 letters. If you ask a Muslim or Muhammadan, he will say to you, the 7 letters are 7 dialect. And you will notice here that Muhammad he used the number 7. And there is no way the Arab they have 7 dialect, which mean the Arab in the desert they have thousands of dialect. What 7 dialects? Actually, if you go right now in the Middle East, you will find that every city have its own dialect, and not only every city, it can be even every territory of the city, it speak differently from the other side of the city. So those are not one nation. Those Bedouin, they are from many different places, and I believe that there's a huge influence, or let us say inheritance, of people who they are coming from India or Pakistan today into the Middle East. If you look at the pictures as an example, this is the Prince of Qatar today, the one who is ruling Qatar. If I say to you this guy from Pakistan, you will believe me, right? Is that correct? Actually, he looked 100% Pakistani. This is his father. He is a Pakistani, isn't he? Now, if we go and look at the map, you will find that those, Pakistan is really close to us. It's just a few hours by ship, and you will be in Pakistan. And that explains a lot about all the ritual practice which happened around the Kaaba. Around the Kaaba, people did dress like Hindu. They have a sheet. They show one shoulder. They shave their head. They wear a sandal. They have a black stone, and they go around it. You understand me? Arab is whoever live in the desert, they call him Arab. And the one who gave them the name is the Aramaic. If the Aramaic now exists in America, and you live in Arizona, they will call you Arab. You live in Las Vegas, they will call you Arab. All right? However, this is not really our topic, but just to give you an idea, little bit about what we will talk about. The problem is, because of the copy-paste method, the Christians, they start carrying words and they spread it even through those who they are ministers and priests. I found this is online. A Muslim guy, he made this. Descendant of Abraham. Adam, Noah, Abraham, and then Isaac, Ismail. And then he put on the side religion date. Hinduism, Musa's, the Torah, Jesus Christ. And suddenly he made a line all the way from Ishmael to Muhammad. But you see, you will not find anywhere in the Quran where it says that Muhammad is coming from Ishmael. I mean, how that is missing in the Quran? You know what I mean? Like, who is a Muslim want to show me one verse in the Quran that says Muhammad is from Ishmael? How come in the Quran give us details? Jesus is the son of Mary. Ishmael is the son of Abraham. Jacob is the son of Abraham. But where is Muhammad, the descendant of Abraham? Where in the Quran it says that? And here we need to ask ourselves a very simple question. If the Quran, the book of Muhammad itself, never says so, so how the Muslims, they come to this idea that Muhammad is from Abraham, or he is from Ishmael? You see, even the Quran mentioned to us details. Abraham have a children's, and those details are coming stolen from the Bible, not from Muhammad. Muhammad, he have no idea. You see, Muhammad, you do not know what Ibrahim mean. And by the way, there's nothing that's called Ibrahim. Muhammad was so confused. As usual, he have no idea. So the Quran speak about Abraham, but he do not know who is Abraham. And how we know that Quran does not know who is Abraham? The Quran claimed that the guy, his name is Ibrahim, his father, his name is Azar. Have you ever heard of a God he do not know the real name of the father of Abraham? This is how Muhammad he put it, and this is what Muhammad he thought about it, and this is what Muhammad he taught it. But the fact that this word Azar is coming from the old Aramaic, which means foolish or fool. So Abraham was saying to his father, foolish, are you going to worship idols? But because Muhammad is a thief and he stole this sentence from somebody else, he thought that Azar is the name of the father of Abraham. So it's confirmed that the founder of the cult of Islam, he do not know what is the true name of the father of Abraham, which is mentioned clearly in the Old Testament. So the Abraham, the person we speak about in the Quran, is a stolen, copyrighted story from the Old Testament. And the thief, he did some change because he's a fool. He thought by doing some changes, people will not notice that he's a thief. And by doing those changes, he got himself busted. Anyone who is a Christian and he say to you that the Arab is from Ishmael, tell him, show us the verses in the Bible, please, where it says so. Can we do that? Why you don't ask him? Show us. There's a few verses in the Bible speaking about Ishmael and his children, and none of them saying what they are saying. Not even one. As the Bible says, all those who they are from Ishmael, including Ishmael, they live in what is called the territory of Gaza today, the Delta and Gaza, between Egypt and Israel. This is where he lived, and that's very normal, makes sense. Why? Because his mother is Hajar and she is Egyptian. Secondly, if you look at the names of the children of Ishmael, you will not find a single one is an Arabic name. To make it simple for you, I mean, why in the world I will not carry the name of my grandfather? Even now today I speak different language. So why in the world the descendant of Ishmael, they stop using the names of their fathers? So if the Arab belong to Ishmael, then we should have all the names of the children of Ishmael belong to those Arab, but we don't find them. And for those who speak Arabic, in 2 seconds he will notice that none of those names fit with the Arabic language, and they mean nothing in Arabic. So the question will be, what language Ishmael he used to name his children? You know what I mean? Let us open the map. This is the map. So now, you know, if you go and study the Bible carefully, you will find that the children of Ishmael, all of them, they came and live in this territory. Let us draw a line so people can see with us what we are talking about. We can say, generally speaking, that they live in this area. That's it. They did not go anywhere, and obviously the mother Hajar herself, she is from there. This is why she came back to where they belong. Abraham, he sent his wife, he said to her, you are free to go anywhere you want, and she went out with her son. And it's very normal for a woman to go back where she is coming from, and she is an Egyptian, and the Bible says that clearly. And this is Egypt here. This is the border of Egypt. Cairo is less than maybe 200 miles away. People who live in the desert here are called Arab for a very simple reason, because the word Arab means desert. Any desert, anyone who live in the desert, he is Arab. So if you live in the desert of Syria, in this area, or Iraq, you are Arab. If you live in the desert of Saudi Arabia, you are Arab. If you live in the desert of Arizona, you are Arab. Arab is not an ethnic, it's not a nation, and they don't have one father. Even in Islamic books, they confirm that Ishmael, he learned Arabic. If you have my book, The Searching of Allah, you will find the Muslims agree that Ishmael, he learned Arabic, according to them, at the age of 14. So how the father of the Arab learning Arabic from the Arab? Do you understand what I'm saying? If I go right now to China and marry Chinese, and I learn from the Chinese, how that in the world will make me the father of the Chinese? That will be the most silly, stupid thing ever to say. Always the son belonged to his father. So if Ishmael is from Abraham, that means Ishmael consider himself Aramaic, and that explains all the names we see, which is descendant from Aramaic, not from Arabic or anything. All the names which is sound like Hebrew, because Hebrew itself is born of the Aramaic. Hebrew is just a new language of the Aramaic language. This is why when you pray, all of you, and the Muslims, they copy that from the Hebrew, and they copy it from the Aramaic. When they end the prayer, they say Amin. You will see that the Christians, Muslims, Jews, they say Amin. But this is because of the theft of Muhammad. Otherwise, this is have nothing to do with the Arabic. This is an Aramaic word. Additional to all of this, remember that Musa's in the Bible, he did marry a Bedouin woman. Musa's. I never heard of priest saying that Musa is the father of the Arab. I mean, let us say for the sake of argument, somebody will say that Ismail, he married an Arabian woman. Okay, well, Musa has married an Arabian woman. Bedouin. This is what Arabian mean, a Bedouin person. You see, if you go to the Quran, if you go to the yellow pages of Muhammad, you will find the following. The Quran called the Bedouin Arab. All those verses are mentioning the word Arab. What does that mean? Bedouin. Do you see it? This is the translation, but in Arabic it says the Arab. In the translation is coming as the Bedouin, because this is true. This is what it is. Those who live in the desert. You know what I mean? Same as the word Bedouin. This is an Aramaic. Bedu. Everything you see in front of you is born of the Aramaic. Even this language here in front of us, with the letters, with the way it is written, this is Aramaic. This is, you know, like the font changed, etc. But it's still, it's in the origin of it. It's Aramaic. This is a new way, by the way, to write Arabic. I mean, this is not what this is not the way the Arabic was in the time of Muhammad. In the time of Muhammad, it was almost 80–90% of it written like Aramaic. And if you look at those numbers we see in front of us, those are Aramaic. The numbers you use today, like in English, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the alphabet. And it is numbers in the same time. Aramaic are the most interesting, smart, intelligent nation ever exist in history. The word Europe is Aramaic. The word Africa is Aramaic. All the numbers you see, you use today in English, those are coming from the alphabet of the Aramaic. The Aramaic alphabet is numbers. But maybe not too much clear, but you see, the alphabet you are using today, the numbers you are using today are the alphabet of the Aramaic. And the look change by time. The look change. Like number 1 is Aleph, A. This is number 1. You know? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So this is an alphabet which is contain numbers at the same time. This is why you know, if you remember, in the Quran we have words which Muslims cannot understand. Kahayas, chapter 19, verse number 1. If you ask Muslims what this is mean, kaf, ha, ya, ain, sad. In fact, it doesn't say that in the Quran. It doesn't say kaf, ha, ya. That's silly. It's one word, as you see here. It is just one word. Kahayas. What does that mean? They don't know. Allah knows best. And they start guessing. Everyone give you his own guessing. Kahayas simply is collection of Aramaic numbers, which is alphabet, which is equal to numbers, which will give you a sentence. I mentioned to you before that Kahayas is a biblical sentence. Here you see those are the Arabic alphabet, which is born of the Aramaic. Letter A is equal to 1, letter B equal to 2, etc. So from the letter 1 to the letter 10, yeah, the numbers are equal to its position by order. So letter A is equal to 1, letter B is equal to 2, letter J is equal to 3, etc. And then the last letter in the number 10, the letter number 10, yeah, is equal to 10. Then right that after that, the letter number 11 will be double of the previous number before it. So letter number K or K is equal to 20, which means we add just 10 to every number to follow. So now L is equal to 30, M is equal to 40, etc. until we arrive to the letter number 20. And then the number will be double to the previous. You know what I mean? So this is the letter here. You will notice here right away it says 100. Qa is equal to 100. Letter after it is equal to 200. Letter after it is equal to 300, etc. until we arrive to 1000. Okay, what does that mean exactly? If we go back to Kahayas, we can take those numbers and we will see what they are equal for. This is letter Ka equal to 20. Now where is the letter Ha? Letter Ha is number 5. Where is the letter Ya? Is equal to 10. Where is the letter A? Is equal to 70. And then the last letter is Sod or Sa. All right, and this is Sa. So if we calculate those letters together, the total will be a number which is equal to the sentence, which is saying, actually let us show it to you in the screen so you can understand it better. I will put the letters next to each other. This is the word Kahayas equal, K is equal to 20, Ha is equal to 5, Ya is equal to 10, A is equal to 70, and then Sod, Sa is equal to 90. Total is 195. The word the Messiah by letters is equal 1 plus 30 plus 40 plus 60 plus 10 plus 8, and every number is equal to what? To the alphabet, to the letters. This is the word al-Masih equal to 149. Kahayas is equal to 195. The word Ilahi, which means my God, is equal to 1 plus 30 plus 5 plus 10, 46. Kahayas mean al-Masihu Ilahi, which means the Messiah is my God, 195. Muhammad is a thief. He stole that word. He do not know what it does mean, and not a single Muslim can tell you what this word means, because simply it is not a word. It's a coding. The Aramaic, they used to use coding, especially after Christianity spread between them. So the Roman, they start discriminating. Anyone who follow Christianity will be killed. So if somebody want to say to somebody, the Messiah is my God, he will say Kahayas. The Roman, if he speak Aramaic, still he will not know what he's saying. What does that mean? And there is something very important we need to remember about this Kahayas. Where we find the word Kahayas, anyone remember? Just to show you that this is about the Messiah. It's very clear. If we go to Kahayas, you will find that this is in the chapter of Mary. Is it? It's obvious. It is in the chapter speaking about Maryam. The first verse in the chapter of Maryam, it says, the Messiah is my God. Do you see it? So a clear evidence. Actually, everything in front of us is making it clear that this is about the religion of the Jews, and this is about the belief of the Jews, and this is about the God of the Jews. I told you 1,000,000 times that the names in the Quran, all of it belong to the God of the Jews. When a Muslim he say Ishmael, do a Muslim knows who is a Muslim want to tell us what Ishmael mean? Didn't know. The second you say Ishmael, you are speaking about the God of the Jews. What his name? What they call him? All those names belong to the God of the Jews, the God of Musa. When you say Israel, Israel, Ismail, even Abraham, Zechariah, all of those names are summaries of the God of the Jews. So every single page in this Quran proving to us that Muhammad is a thief and he stole names from the Bible. He do not know what they mean. No, I'm talking about names which are in the Quran, not different names. And this is what happened here. Chaos. Muhammad, he took it, you do not know what it means. You go to interpretation, every Muslim he give you his own. They start like predicting. Maybe ka mean kebab. They don't know. They have no idea. Because this religion is a theft. Now there is something very important too. Do you know what Jesus said even to the Jews who they are real descendant from Abraham? Anyone remember? Just to show you how we as a Christians, we are not really studying very well. We are not giving our book the time which deserve to learn from it. If we go to the book of John, the Bible according to our beloved disciple John, when the Messiah he went and he spoke, he was speaking to the Jews. The one who around him is the Jews. The Jews, they said to him, and they keep repeating to him, we are the seeds of Abraham. We are what? We are the children of Abraham. They are proud. And those are the real seeds of Abraham, not like Muhammad, who had nothing to do with Abraham, not even close. They said to him, are you greater than our father Abraham, who died, and the prophets who have died? Because the Messiah, he said, whoever keeps my words shall never see death. Who are you making yourself? Yeshua said to them, if I glorify myself, my glory is nothing. It is my Father who glorify me. He of whom you say, he is our God. And you do not know him, but I know him. And if I had said that I do not know him, I myself would have been a liar, like you. But I do know him, and I keep his words. Abraham, your father, desired to see my day, and he saw it, and he rejoiced. The Jews, they were saying to him, you are not 50 years old, and you have seen Abraham? Yeshua said to them, timeless truth I speak to you. Before Abraham, I am exist. I am the living God. So when somebody says I am Abrahamic, what does that mean exactly? Based on the verse we are showing you. Anyone can help me? Believe in Jesus, exactly. To be Abrahamic is to be as Abraham. He rejoiced when he saw the day of Jesus. is not just someone, he is descendant from Abraham. Jesus said to them, well, if you are from Abraham, then do the work of your father. They answered, they said to him, Abraham is our father. Yeshua, he said to them, if you were children of Abraham, you would have been doing the work of Abraham. And what Abraham he did? He rejoiced by seeing Jesus. Do you understand? So this is the biblical teaching about the seeds of Abraham. The seed of Abraham is not somebody is born of Abraham, is somebody believe in the God of Abraham, which is the Messiah, the Jesus the Christ. And who is the one who's saying that? This is the Messiah himself. This is the Messiah, the Lord himself. He says to the Jews who they are really from the seeds of Abraham. They are not making it out. They are not fabricating. They are not lying. They are saying, yes, Abraham is our father. He is our great father. And yet Jesus saying to them, well, if you are of Abraham, then you do the work of Abraham. Obviously you are not. So according to the Messiah, the one who considered to be from Abraham is the one who rejoice for the name of the Messiah, as he said here, Abraham your father desired to see me, to see my day, and he saw it and he rejoiced, which means he worshiped Jesus. He prayed to Jesus and he accepted the Messiah as God. Do you see it? Which means even if somebody he is from descendant of Abraham in real, still he is not Abrahamic. Because to be Abrahamic is to be Christian, not to be descendant from Abraham by seeds. And if the Messiah himself did not accept the Jews to be calling himself Abrahamic, I mean, who else can claim to be Abrahamic? And from this we understand that Abraham was a Christian. Correct? Abraham, he is a Christian. He is not Abrahamic. He is just a Christian like us. What Abrahamic mean? Following, believing in the same God of Abraham. Well, this is the God of Abraham, the Messiah. Abraham, your father, he desired to see my day. And when he saw it, and we know the Old Testament speak about God, the Lord, he came to Abraham as a man in the flesh. And the Muslim, they say to you, where in the Old Testament it says that God became as a man. And you will see here the Messiah said, before Abraham would exist, I am the living God. And yet they say to you, where Jesus says I'm God. I hope we learn today something very important, that Abrahamic is those who they are Christians, not even the Jews who refuse Jesus. Do we understand? For Abraham himself is a Christian. And to be Abrahamic is to do the work of your father Abraham, not to be Abrahamic by name, not to be Christian by name. This is why the Lord, he said, many they will say to me, Lord, Lord. And then he will say to them, depart from me, I do not know you. Go away. Who are you? Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So you call yourself Abrahamic, you call yourself a Christian, you call yourself worshiping the true God, call yourself whatever you want. From their fruits, you will know them. That is the truth, my friend. Did Muhammad do the work of Abraham? Did Muhammad teach the teaching of Abraham? Let us make it clear that the Bible is more than just a book. You see, the Messiah, he said, you want to kill me because you cannot comprehend my words. Correct? I know you are the seed of Abraham, but you seek to kill me because you cannot comprehend my word. So anyone who cannot comprehend, and obviously they don't want to comprehend because they don't want to comprehend. It's not because Jesus making it complicated. They don't want. They play arrogant. They play the ignorant. They knew he is saying that he is God. He knew that he is coming God in the flesh. He is saying that clearly, and this is why they put him in the cross. So when Muhammad he denied the Messiah to be divine, he is not Abrahamic. When Muhammad he denied the Father and the Son, what the Bible says? Who is the liar? The liar, the Antichrist, is the one who denied the Father and the Son. You see, the Quran is